Hey, so I'ma keep on rocking this straight hood popping it.
Hey guys, Ollie Man here. Today's episode's not really film related. In Canada, or probably other places in the world, it's hiatus season, so there's not much going on. So I picked up a few books in my downtime, and this one is a collection of poetry. Mostly have to do with love and not being loved and wanting love and after love gets old. Just love related things. We're going to read passages from it today and have fun doing that. And if you don't believe me, watch on. I was lying beside you and you had this half smile because my hands were drifting down your spine and you looked at me. And I lost track of everything because I realized just how badly I want under your skin. I don't get the reference or this phrase, under your skin. Like, literally, it'd be so gross. And, like, figuratively, does that mean just, like, touching you, like, on your skin? Why don't you just, like, I want to be on your skin? Like, I don't know. I'm a big fan of that phrase. This is good. Love, I know in my heart without a doubt, even if I can never find the words to say, you are the one I'm crazy about. You are the one I fall for every single day. When everything doesn't feel right, I look at you, my sun, my moon, the morning light, my happiness when all is blue. With you, I am always safe, and every day you make my heart race. You are my home, my friend, my saving grace. I've read this a billion times. And it's probably one of the most, like, beautifully written passages in this book. Not gonna make fun of it. I wish I could write something like that every day. Kissing you feels like the start of a new season. The sun in the early morning and the moonlight reflecting on the ocean. There is never a moment that I don't think about your lips and how they make me feel when they are on mine. Whew. This is intimate stuff. If you take a second and just really feel those imaginary lips, it's gonna be a good time. I'm glad I started in the in love section, because the previous takes I started in like the you should stay alive / like you are sad section. Yeah, it didn't go so well. If you are in love and the love is returned, be grateful, because if you take love for granted, it will be overturned. Yep. Just like when your parents cook for you should probably say something nice. I wrote this thinking about you, and how if you were a novel, you'd be an adventure of sadness and happiness and love lost in between. You would remind me of the sky and mountains and constellations and caffeine. You would be full of pages that make me laugh and other times fall apart. You would smell like history with worn-out spine and ink that could still bleed. You would always be the novel I took down from the shelf to read. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. This is beautiful. If I knew someone who could be that novel, I would never put it on the shelf. I would probably just hold it in my hand all the time. Even when I have to hold a teacup, which is too far away right now, so ignore that. I'm just going to hold you on my hand. I'm going to, like, chop down the shelf. I'm not going to put you away. You are mine now. Oh, is this a JT reference? I like to dream about mirrors. That there is a mirror world somewhere, a little like ours, but different at the same time. And you and I are different, but we are together. I like to believe whatever world we are in love and together. This is so cute. This is like those like crossover episodes that are a trend now, where it starts off with like your best friends or like lovers don't know each other and they grow to like each other under other circumstances. Very cute. I need tea break. Ah. Oh my god, I'm gonna spill this shit. Okay. Cheap Amazon tea. What can you say to that? This is a good one. Of all the maps in the world, the only one I will follow is the map to your heart. Well, you sir or ma'am, I hope that once you find your true love, that their heart will be right here. That you wouldn't need a map to find them. Especially in an age with interwebs and Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, which I guess he doesn't do internet stuff that much. Yeah, my point is, if you don't own a pirate ship, I don't think you need a map to their heart. But I get it. It's poetry. Fall in love with the way your coffee swirls as soon as you pour the milk in. I never actually pour my own milk in. My baristas do it, and they are really good at it. I'm afraid that if I do it myself, I would just spill, or like, I definitely wouldn't be able to make like hearts and leaves. Anyway, moving on. This one is not indented. These sentences are all just blah, blah, blah. So that's my excuse for not continuing. Fall in love with the way your dog looks at you when you wake up. And probably the way they lick your face. My dog likes to do that. Fall in love with the rare moment when your cat doesn't ignore you. Yeah, I hate cats. They always ignore me. Or they claw me when they're not. So I haven't had a good experience in that department. But, continuing. Fall in love with the person who tells you to have a good day. Man, I wish if that was possible, I would have a lot of people in love with me, which I would love that. But it's not true, and I'm going to keep wishing people a good day anyway. So you have a good day, and please fall in love with me if you're watching this. Fall in love with the waiter who gives you extra chili fries. Sure. Fall in love with sweaters in winter and cold lemonade in summer. I have already been in love with them. Can't even swim, but if love is a pond, I would jump straight in for the cold lemonade in the summer, and I would just happily fall in love with the moment your head hits the pillow. No other circumstance, just when it hits the pillow. Fall in love with talking to someone until 4 a.m. It's not healthy, but if you're so passionately connected, good for you. But do sleep, because everyone needs sleep. That's the saddest thing I learned this whole video, is that I was out of focus. So disappointing. I'm a focus puller sometimes. That's sad. Fall in love with the days you can hit the snooze button over and over again. You know what? I disagree. I don't think there should be a snooze button. If you want to wake up, just wake up. Like, just go hardcore, bro. Or sis. Like, no. No, don't fall in love with that. Fall in love the way you smash and break that snooze button and you just wake the F up and you're ready for your morning and you drink, like, a jug of water, like, pour it on yourself. It's, like, freezing cold, whatever, like, those health gurus say that you should drink water in the morning or something. Yeah, fall in love like that, with strength, with dignity, and not with the snooze button. Fall in love when a lover stares at you for 5 hours. Don't have a timer on me, but that's a freaking long time. And that's a great game to play if you're in love with someone for a while. Stare at them for 5 hours. Try to do that. See how that turns out. Fall in love with the stars when they look at you. I can't tell if they're looking at me, but I would love to fall in love if they ever do look at me. Yes. Fall in love with the sound of someone breathing. You know what? I'm not a huge fan of when people breathe. Like, I mean, obviously everyone breathes. Like, don't hold your breath when you're around me. But my dog breathes really loud. And it's the cutest thing. Because she has this, like, big, like black, like, nose. And it just breathes out. And sometimes it, like, drips, like, weird dog nose liquid. And then her eyes would be, like, closed shut. And she's just sleeping. And she'd just go, like... Yeah, I like that a lot. Love to fall in love with my dog's breath. Not the way it smells, but the way it sounds. Fall in love with the bus if it's on time, or the train if it comes early. And I must say, I can't say for other places, but in Canada, it's pretty difficult to fall in love, if that's the circumstance. Fall in love with everything possible, and since everything is possible, you can do what the book says. And if the moon could talk, I wonder if he could tell the night just how lovely she is, with all those stars shining bright. To be perfectly genuine, I'm a little confused with that last part. But I like the personification of night as a her and moon as a him. But yeah, I don't understand the stars part. Oh, I'm dying. Wow. Dang. I'm dying. But I have a feeling this episode's going much better than the last take. So I'm gonna gladly put my coughs and dyingness up on the interwebs. The world still has much love to give, and I see it. I hope those blinded by hate and rage will feel it. A love so fiery it becomes the color of cherries, the candles, the lipstick, and they will finally see the world with all its love to give. This is so powerful, and it rhymes. I love the rhythm. Yeah, wow, my brain's a little jazzy right now. But just I love this. It's this upside down. Oh no, it's right side up. That's amazing. You can actually... I can start showing you the passages. That's amazing. I didn't know that's possible. Great. Love makes us both happy and sad. And there's not a soul alive that has been able to understand why. Yeah, that's a very neutral statement. It's true. And that's about it. It's true. You can be both happy and sad through love, and you don't understand why. I mean, actually, I think I understand why you get happy. Or, I take that back. Yeah, I don't understand. I will love you even if we don't end up together. That's powerful. Yes, do that. Even if you walk away from me, I will still love you. I will love you even if you marry someone else, and on the coldest days of the year, you spend your nights wishing you had married me after all, because no one knows how to ignite the fire in your soul quite the way I do. Well, that's a ballsy statement to make. I don't recommend you coming in between someone's marriage like this and going like, boom, come with me, because I ignite your heart like with a lighter. I don't smoke, but I have a lot of lighters for Velcro in the camera department, and I can ignite your heart just like... Oh, sorry, it's a little windy, but trust me, the fire is gonna go... Oh, here it is! Merry Christmas! Here's your fire in the soul. Yeah, that's cute. I don't know if you'd ever know that. You, like, the other person must be really heavily in love with you. This is my life, and I will fall for you every day because you are my love, and I see you in everything. I have not had a relationship since kindergarten, but I'd say this passage, it's even true for those one-sided love. I would totally say that's true. See your lover in everything. Just can't... They're like a wig that you glue onto your hair, and you just can't take it off. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get the vibe? Are we on the same frequency right here? Like, vibing? Like, yeah. I had to check the time because my camera cuts after a while when I ramble too much. He knows. It will be dawn soon. The sun will rise and the grass will cough in the morning dew, and I'm excited, stirring from my sleep, because in the early light I get to look at you. That's very awesome. It reminds me of this song, I think by Honor Society, where it says like looking at you naked in the moonlight or something like that. Not quite as vulgar as the way I put it, but it's nice. You should search it up. Honor Society. I wish there was a better way to tell you how much I love you, to write it in the sky or dip all my feelings in gold, but the truth is it's much simpler than all of those things. All I know is that I wake up each morning and I can never find the words to explain how much I feel for you. That's the end of the passage, and that's cute. I like that a lot. What can we infer from this? Well, I'd hope that you and your lover are on that weird brainwave frequency where it cuts through all the wireless bullshit that you just connect with her, like when you like tweedle your eyes and like tweedling her eyes, like eyes connecting each other, and there's this like weird unseen like frequency that goes like I love you, and she's like oh I love you back, and then you touch each other in the morning, and then you cook each other breakfast, and you go to work, and then you come back, see each other again until the next morning. Ah, so lovely. Something in the way you wore your hair that night. Talking about the wig, I'm telling you, it's the wig. Let's read on. Or maybe it was the dress you had on and how it fit all your curves in all the right places. Not many places, but if they're right, they are right. And while I was busy trying not to stare, you were ordering coffee, and the shape of your lips and even the way you spoke was enough to knock me out. This is such a relevant experience. It's almost embarrassing. Moving on before I go too deep into the hole. Here I am after all this time, hopelessly and madly in love with you. Again, this is one of those passages where it's just a statement. It's just something where, like, this thought bobbles around your head, knocks your wig out, finally, and it just forces you to be like, you need to say this to the other person, or else I'm gonna keep bobbling until your, like, real hair comes out. So, yeah, tell them, here I am after all this time, hopelessly and madly in love with you, my guy or girl, or frog. Could be a prince. Just saying. Perhaps I'm old-fashioned, but when I think of you and me, I think of a house in the suburbs with nothing but warmth inside, and I think of spending all my days taking care of you and your wig and facing every challenge together in life's ever-changing tide. Well, a couple things. This is definitely one of those, like, white picket fence American dream moments. Even in Canada, it's just a straight North American kind of vibe. But I gotta say, if you're in the suburbs with this, like, perfect white picket fence, like, what challenge are you gonna face? Like, you might challenge each other. You might challenge, like, hey, how are we gonna cook our eggs this morning? I mean, I'd love to live in the suburbs when I'm older, but don't think it's as exciting as this person puts it to be. This is a long one. I must confess, I'm not a big reader. I only bought these books to hopefully become a bigger reader than I am over this winter holiday season. And let's read this long passage. Sometimes when I'm coming home, she'll wait by the door and kiss me under the fading light of day. Wow. She'll say it's because she forgot to leave the key out, but when she looks at me, I know it's because I am loved. There was a time before we had met, and all my stars had burned out. Until one day she found me, and suddenly there was no longer any doubt. There she was with a smile in the early morning, and I was in love again. I dreamed with her about the house we will have and all the days growing old. Some day when our skin is worn and our hair is gray, I will still look at her like she is the sun on a rainy day. I will never say I'm sorry for the way I feel about her because she is all I need, and every single time I look at her, I know we'll make it anywhere. She is honest and true and fair, and my heart belongs to her with every memory we share, even if she never understands why she means so much. I will spend all my days falling more in love with her. This is poetry with rhymes and rhythm and so beautifully written. I'm just going to read it again, but better. Enunciating. Sometimes when I'm coming home, she'll wait by the door and kiss me under the fading light of the day. She'll say it's because she forgot to leave the key out, but when she looks at me, I know it's because I'm loved. There was a time before we had met, and all my stars had burned out. Until one day she found me, and suddenly there was no longer any doubt. There she was with a smile in the early morning, and I was in love with again. I butchered that again. I dream with her about the house we'll have and all the days growing old. Someday, when our skin is worn and our hair is gray, I will still look at her like she's the sun on a sunny day. Okay, I take it back. I'm not going to read it again because I'm butchering it, but it's beautiful. It's on page 248 if you get this book. Let's move on before I embarrass myself more. I am flooded with your absence. I drown in how much I miss you. How do you enrage a storm of loneliness inside me? In the afternoon, I walk across the fields of flowers and I see young couples together in love. I declare my love for you to the poppies and I ask them to bring you home. And in the night, I long for you and write these sad little poems. Wow. And in the night, I long for you and write these sad little poems. There is someone I love. I need to ask her out. And if that doesn't happen, I'll be this person. Just sad, longing, and writing poems at night. We forget things, wallets, keys, days of the week. Sometimes we forget important things, birthdays, anniversaries, meetings, but I will never forget my love for you. It has settled in my mind so deeply. I dream of you every night. It has wound so tightly around my heart. It beats to the sound of your name. Poo poo, poo poo, poo poo. It has nestled forever in my lungs. I breathe you in and out. I forget things, but never you. Never. It's impossible to forget you because you're in my heart, in my lungs, you're the air, you're everywhere in the world. I can see you, I cannot see you, I can just feel you. You're the wig on my hair, you're the glue between my hair and the wig. You are my hair that could be falling out, but you're just never forgotten. That must be like, I don't know, if someone said that to me, I don't know how it would feel, but I guess hopefully I love them. Because that's some strong expression. Let's see if the camera's still recording. Oh, it is. We have like 4 minutes left. This is great. I think I can actually upload this video. This is great. Let's say one last passage. Why not? My heart has never been very sensible. I've been lost in cities and torn apart. I've been distracted, burning bright with reckless reactions. But please believe me when I say you are the best decision I have ever made. That's cute. I'm gonna read that like a couple more times. Also, I hope this video is kind of entertaining, but like in all honesty, I'm kind of making this for my future self to enjoy. So if you don't enjoy it, just skip it. But I'm gonna I want to make this experience like mindful and true and genuine, so that when I look back at it, I won't be like, why do I go like, hey guys, okay, so today, welcome to my channel. Why did I do that 3 years ago? No idea why. I'm a grown young man now. Not even close to a quarter of a century. Alright, moving on. Hopefully this is... shut up. Just read the poetry. Just let the words on the pages speak, not you. Zip it. Whoop. My heart has never been very sensible. I've been lost in cities and torn apart. I've been distracted, burning bright with reckless reactions. But believe me when I say you are the best decisions I have ever made. What else can you say that about? Who else can you say that about? Other than you, huh? I've been lost in cities and torn apart. I've been distracted. I'm practically like the superstar, like about to explode. But you are the best decision I have ever made. Yep. You are, indeed, the best decision I have ever made. Alright, so, if I'm gonna keep reading, I'm probably gonna do it on my own time, off the channel. Oh no, don't damage the book. So, I, make sure I'm in focus. Oh god, I was soft for so much of that video. I'm so sorry. Anyway, okay, end of the video. Yes. Again, this is Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Peppernell. If you want to read it, highly recommend. It's given me a lot of joy and sadness and anger and among other things in this video. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna drink my tea. Yeah. Highly recommend cheap Amazon tea with cold water. This is so genuine. Also, shout out to the person who got this mug for me. Haven't spoke to you in a I have not spoken to you. There we go, grammar. Have not spoken to you in a while, but I do appreciate this mug a lot, and it's in my video now. And I wish I could write my first name this beautifully. Oh God. Alright, well, hopefully I make more of these videos. Don't subscribe if you didn't like it. If you liked it, I would prefer to do this in person with someone. Would love to just read, react, and poke fun at things. So, friends, call me up. Hang out, please. I'm lonely. I'm reading Pillow Thoughts. There's a jellyfish on here. The jellyfish